Dear friends, welcome to Dr. Vet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor at Veterinary Medicine. We have already seen the ephemeral fever part 1. He will continue here with ephemeral fever part 2. In this, we will understand the pathogenesis of disease and clinical findings in detail of ephemeral fever. It's an important viral disease of cattle. We understand here the pathogenesis of ephemeral fever. There is an entry of virus in the host by biting of flies and mosquito. You know that it is a arthropod-borne disease. The incubation period is 2 to 10 days. Being a incubation period very short, the disease spread very fast and the disease causing is also a very fast. Virus multiply in blood and results into a viremia. When there is viremia stage, there is a sudden high rise of temperature because the virus multiply very fast. There is a sudden viremia. Localization of virus occurs in, remember here, mesodermal tissues. In other diseases, we have understand epitheliotropic virus. They have a affinity to epithelium. Here the viruses in ephemeral fever viruses has a affinity to mesodermal tissues. Remember this thing. And symptoms are related to that. The mesodermal tissues are muscles, joints, and lymph nodes. They are affected and produce symptoms accordingly. Remember these things. The virus associated with leukocyte and platelet fraction of blood. Virus is attached to the platelet and leukocytes. Virus grow in reticuloendothelial cells of spleen, lymph node, and lungs. In lungs, they produce a symptom of pneumonia-like or pneumonic changes, dyspnea. This results into manifestation of lameness because muscles are involved, stiffness because the joints are involved, dyspnea because the lungs are involved. Friends, we will see here the clinical findings. The clinical findings is of 3 days only. It is 3 days cricket match. If you observe critically, minutely, and with attention, to understand the disease is very easy. I make it very simplified. This is almost for all diseases. I work very hard to make the all disease very simplified. This is for all diseases. Incubation period is as short as 2 to 10 days. On first day, there is sudden sharp rise of fever, characteristic symptom. Sudden and sharp rise, 103 to 107 degree Fahrenheit. This is due to sudden viremia. And this fever persists for few days, approximately 2 days or 3 days. The fever may be intermittent also. A period of fever, then there is non-febrile period of fever, non-febrile fever like this. So it is an intermittent fever. It may be a biphasic or triphasic. Biphasic means two peaks of fever. One peak of fever, period of fever, then a period of no fever, afebrile period. Again, second phase, a period of fever, and there is normal. So this is biphasic. In triphasic, there are three peaks of fever: fever, a febrile period, fever, a febrile period, fever, then a febrile. So there are three peaks here. In biphasic, there are two peaks. Because of sharp rise, another pain in the body, there is a sharp fall in the milk yield. As usually the other disease, when there is any disease, animal goes off feed, anorexia, there is stoppage of ruminal movement, ruminal stasis that may lead to either constipation or diarrhea. This is first day. On first day, the important symptom is sudden sharp rise of fever. Now we see the symptoms on the second day. On the second day, the muscular signs are now evident. The muscular signs are prominent and seen. There is a severe stiffness of muscles, stiffness of joints, disinclination to move. But if the animal is forced to move, then there is difficulty in walking. And this is due to involvement of mesodermal tissue by the virus. Friends, symptoms are very characteristic. Once you remember it, you will not forget it. Diagnosis of disease is very easy based on symptom only. Swelling in shoulders, neck and back region because affection of the muscles. The muscles become very hard, on palpation painful. There is a shivering, shaking slightly, and shivering may be due to rise in temperature. Animal feels chills, and there is trembling of muscles, means slight shivering and contraction of the muscles. In this disease, the animal exhibits characteristic posture. There is arched back posture, convexing of the back, and all 4 feet bunched close under the body. This sign is similar to acute laminitis, so differential diagnosis is required. So this type of posture is observed, that is arching of the back and all 4 foot are bunched under the body. That is because of the severe pain. Another important symptom is characteristic shifting lameness from one leg to another leg within few hours. This is the characteristic symptom, shifting lameness. If one pain in the one leg, if the one leg shows the pain, then after few hours, the another pain will be in another leg. Then if foreleg, then pain will be in the hind leg. So shifting of lameness within few hours is the characteristic of this disease. Most of the animal remain standing because they find difficulty in sitting because of the stiffness of the muscles. But severely affected animals are in sternal recumbency, or in very severe case, they lie down with extension of rigid limbs. They keep the leg extended because stiffness. And this posture is similar to that of milk fever posture. Again, it requires differential diagnosis. We continue the clinical findings here. There is a grinding of the teeth. Grinding of the teeth because of severe pain in the muscle. There is signs of groaning. There is sign from the larynx. The sound is coming from the larynx. This denotes a deep grunt that is conveying the pain expression. Now, groaning is like this. You hear silently, I am expressing groaning. Mm, 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 mm. So this type of sound is expressed by the animal, and this is a deep grunt sound that convey that there is pain in the body. Just human being also express this groan. There is a generalized enlargement of lymph nodes because lymph nodes are also involved, mesodermal tissue. This is on the second day. Now third day, this is third day match. Now on the third day, recovery starts. Automatic recovery. Animals start eating and ruminating. Fever disappear. Lameness disappear, or some animal may exhibit lameness. Recovered animal develop a solid immunity. They will not get infection second time. The morbidity rate may reach 100%, but mortality is very less than 1%. So we have seen this 3 days match. So it is a 3 day sickness, 3 days fever. It is named like that. In some of the cases, the milk yield returned to normal within 2 to 3 weeks. Generally, the disease is benign, not much severe, not much harmful, and there is uneventful, spontaneous recovery. The course of disease is generally 3 to 4 days, so there is 3 day sickness. So most of the cases recover spontaneously, there is no harm. But very few cases may become complicated case and the disease continue for 2 to 3 weeks or even more. The animal may remain down or weak or emaciated. There may be a persistent recumbency. Animal is unable to get up because of the ischemic muscle necrosis, because of the disease, and causes continuously sitting pressure on the blood vessels, pressure on the muscle. There may be a motor paralysis. When animal continuously sitting or lie down, there are chances that ruminal material may be aspirated into the respiratory tract and may lead to aspiration pneumonia and death of the animal. This occurs in very few animals. Otherwise, in most of the animal, there is a uneventful recovery without any problem, without any treatment. Only very few animals require treatment, only complicated case. So this is a funny disease of 3 or 4 days. Another important thing is calves are least affected or may not get infection. No clinical signs in less than 6 months of age. Remember this thing. Friends, I have explained the disease in a very simple way. This is for all diseases. I try to explain in the most simple way. Please share this information to other veterinarians and veterinary students. This is our service and job of a veterinary. Requested to subscribe the disease so that I can continue this channel. If there is proper response, I can upload more and more videos, and I want to cover whole veterinary medicine syllabus. Thank you very much for observing this video.